For anything.
So, plugs? Anything you want to share?
Shows? Anything you want to
Instagram.
tell people about?
Just follow me on Instagram, KarenOwens.coach, if you want some coaching also.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna do my first half an hour
with
in
Maria,
Spanish with Maria.
Whoa.
In March.
Big deal.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
You guys are going to be a good duo.
Yeah. I
Gonna be
like
awesome.
Mary G. She's really awesome.
Yeah, another great episode, by the way. Episode 37.
I don't know. Pato always fucks me up with the podcast numbers.
Yeah, he
so I
fucks
don't
up
know.
But anyways, okay, half an hour. Do you have a date specifically?
16th of March in
All right.
Móstoles, but it's in Spanish.
It's in Spanish.
Mhm.
People can follow you at
Yeah.
Karen
Find out.
Owens
.coach.
.coach.
Yeah, also we are doing this trivia in
Yeah.
French,
French trivia
which
night,
is on
yeah.
7th of February in
Oui, oui.
Palovistas. So it's called Hola La Le Quiz Madrid. I'm doing it with Camille.
Good name.
Oh la la le quiz.
Yes.
That's
Go
fun.
suivez le quiz.
Oh la la.
Yeah.
Oh, oui, oui.
Exactly.
We'll put all your details on the description of the episode so
Yeah.
people
Mhm.
can follow.
Yeah, this was really fun.
And
This
that's-
is
I
awesome.
know.
Yeah.
I think we should do this more often.
Yeah, for sure.
Big guess.
And then you never call. You know?
She's learning how
Classic.
Yeah, she knows.
how to work around the industry.
Yeah.
All right, got you anything to plug for yourself?
Oh, no, man. I'm cool.
All right.
I'm chilling.
I'm good as well.
Yeah.
Toodaloo, bye bye.
Bye, guys.
Thanks.
All right, we're in, boys and girl. A few things to address. Some microphones are too low, some are too high. Okay,
You good?
And are we all good? So we were talking about how funny it is that Karen grew up in my neighborhood, the neighborhood that I'm living in.
That you're gentrifying, you mean?
Yeah, that I'm gentrifying actively.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do love when you guys come over to when I have guests and I talk to them in English. My neighbors always look at me confused or upset or
Yeah,
both.
yeah.
They're like, no, dude.
They're like, no, my rent price. Fuck.
They can see the numbers on top of your heads.
I think they look at you confused anyway, even
Yeah.
if you don't speak in English.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
They're just not understanding what I'm saying.
Is he like 15 or 45? I don't understand.
Yeah, but we were talking about how Karen grew up here up until she was 6, right? So your parents
Exactly.
in the same building complex,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. The stairs are the same.
The stairs, everything.
I
They
would
still have the
escape.
blood from the 80s. Yeah.
Exactly. I used to throw shoes out of the balcony.
Why?
I don't know.
Just to hit
But that's
people?
like a classic Karen story that the portero called her and said,
She's throwing shoes again.
there are
dude.
shoes coming out of your balcony. And she went there. I couldn't even walk.
Oh my
I had
God.
taken all the shoes and I was like, yes.
Yeah.
And instead of stopping, she always says, you look at me and say, I have time for 2 more.
And
You
we-
calculated.
It's
Yeah.
hilarious. It's hilarious that you grew up here, actually, because I'm gonna have a baby here.
I know.
So you could be my baby.
You should call your baby Karen. I've been saying this and you won't listen to me.
No.
That's a radical name.
Yeah.
For today, yeah, because of the Karen.
But also, you must have been like the first Karen in Moratalaz, probably. It's a very English name.
I probably was.
Yeah.
Karen Owens.
Yes.
What the fuck? Are you American?
No, my dad is Welsh
Welsh.
and half Spanish.
Welsh in
Whoa.
Moratalaz.
I'm a hybrid.
Yeah.
What's a
Welsh?
Welshman doing in Moratalaz?
Yeah, that's a big leap. Yeah. Was
Wow,
it because
that's
of your mom? Was it love? Or
Yeah. My mom went to London to hunt him down.
just looking for a Welshman?
Yeah, I mean, she went to speak English, to learn English. She always said that for the first 6 months, no one corrected her. And so she was walking around saying, "Squeeze me."
Squeeze me.
And they did.
And they did. They were
Why? I'm so stupid, dude.
Yeah.
Which country is Welsh?
Oh, it's right next to
UK.
England in
Which,
the UK.
What is the name
England,
of the country?
Scotland, Wales,
Oh, Wales.
Wales. That's it. I was trying to remember the name. I
Yeah,
can't
like
remember.
ballenas.
Yeah.
but without the H.
Yeah, they have a dialect there, right? It's not English.
Yeah,
They do, but
Gaelic.
my dad doesn't speak that.
No.
He doesn't speak Gaelic?
No,
Yeah.
no.
He speaks gay.
I was gonna say it's too easy.
Yeah,
Dude.
that-
Don't go there. It's
I
too
don't know.
easy.
That's why I looked at you, because I looked at Karen. She would have been like, "Not this, dude. Not the broadcast."
Poor man.
Poor
No,
guy.
he speaks exactly like Michael Robinson.
Oh, really?
The same accent.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Does he just speak like a documentary? Like, there she is, my child.
Like
My
that's
child.
Peter Attenborough. You know?
Oh, yeah, so, yes, Edinburgh. I mixed them up. Fuck.
I'm thinking still of Sean Connery. I don't know.
Oh, he's Scottish, right?
Yeah.
Yes, you got to give him a little slap in the face sometimes.
Like throw the shoe out of your balcony.
Yes, James Bond. Yeah. Nice. So he came here with your mom, and you were born in Spain?
Yeah, they kind of decided to get married, and my dad got a job in Madrid.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
sweet.
So they came
Resourceful.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Teaching English? No. In the
I mean,
80s.
it is the classic.
No, my dad is such a nerd. He's an IT guy from when there was no IT.
Oh,
Whoa.
my dad's the same.
He
My
studied
dad
math.
graduated from like computer studies in the 60s.
Holy
Which
shit.
was just like punching cards
Yeah.
into like one of those old
Computer. My dad is math. He did math,
okay, yeah.
mathematics in
The
Cambridge.
algorithms and all that. Yeah.
And then he was here working in Iberia, for Iberia.
Iberia.
Ah.
That's
Doing all the
awesome.
reservation.
That's so funny that he took an airline here and he's like, I'm gonna work here. Like he took the plane and he's like, this is good enough. Like
He
this
got
is-
in the
Yeah.
plane and got out with a job.
with a job. He was hired on the spot. Yeah. The Ken that was like, I like the cut of your jib. And then,
Yeah, my teacher in university, he said that during the 80s, IT guys were like rock stars, kind of, because they barely worked.
Dude.
They just had to do a couple of things throughout the day.
Because nobody knew how computers work.
No,
So you could just do
exactly.
like, that kind of still is the case today with software people.
But it's more like AI now and data, because I feel like most people know how to turn a computer on.
Yeah,
Because
oh, yeah,
he
yeah.
said that was the level that the
Yeah.
companies didn't
But,
know.
For example,
Like-
my dad with the personal computers, he sucks.
Exactly.
Really?
Yeah.
He cannot do any. I mean, he sucks. He turns it off and on like everyone else does.
Yeah.
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 So it was a
That's
more
interesting. My dad said when he was looking for bugs, it actually meant like bugs in the tubes.
Yes.
Because
exactly.
it was like those old, like, I don't know how to say it in English, vacío. Like they were, and if a bug got in, that would like fuck up your computer.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
he was in there with a broom.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna go fix a bug, and then just with a broom.
That's
like,
old story.
Yeah, old school for sure.
Old school. And you grew up in Madrid all throughout?
I grew up in Madrid. Yeah.
Yeah.
I went to a British school, but I grew up here.
The British school, or
No, I went to the British Council for
Yeah.
like a few years, and then when we moved to the Las Rozas, I went to Kensington School.
Oh,
Kensington.
Pozuelo.
Actually, I know of it.
It's closer by.
Yeah.
I used to best buy it because I used to go to school in Las Rozas as well.
You used to go to school in Las Rozas.
UTAD.
Oh,
University
yeah,
there.
video
games.
university.
Yeah, there was a point in my life like I'm gonna develop video games. Then I did a year there, and everyone that was studying there, because it's a university dedicated to teach you how to program video games and
Yeah.
animation.
Yeah.
But every teacher was like, "You guys are not gonna work in the, the area. Like, you're
Immediately?
studying this shit to later get a job in data." And I already had a job in data. I was like, "I'm not gonna waste my time, money,
Okay.
and time,
Right. Yeah.
to go back to my current
data.
job." Yeah. So
Yeah, I had two friends who went to UTAD, and only one of them is working in video games, and he's like a success story.
Yeah.
And he's working for like mobile games in the phone.
Shitty
I think he's
games.
working for Monopoly or something like that. He's
Yeah.
not like doing a AAA. You know what I mean?
No. But there are options, you know. We actually had a comedian on the scene that she used to work for Illusion, I think is the name of the company.
Oh.
It's a Spanish animation company.
Mhm.
They did that movie 51.
Oh yeah, the
Planets.
planet with the aliens.
Yeah, it's actually there. The studio's in Las Rozas.
Okay.
But she said it was a horrible company. Like
Oh,
everyone
God. Yeah.
sucked, and normal story.
I
But
think
anyway.
Tahir Ali works in video games. You guys know the Indian guy?
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
American guy, but yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm Karen. We can be racist.
Yeah.
Racism.
No. That's my first one back. We don't want to go in too hard.
Actually, I just met a couple. We were in a coffee shop having coffee, Barbara and I, just before here. And then we met a couple with a baby. She saw Barbara was pregnant, so we started having a conversation with the table over. Where are you guys from? The guy's from Germany. We don't have many friends. We should like do something, you know, fun. And then I was like, actually I have to go. I'm recording a podcast today. And the guy was, oh, fun. What is the podcast? And I thought for a second, should I? Should I tell him? Because if he listens to this, it's gonna be like friendship downhill.
Yeah, you're gonna send him text and he's gonna ignore you. You're like, hey, you want to meet up?
You
wanna
never
meet up?
know. Maybe it's the other way around.
Yeah,
I
maybe he
hope.
loves it.
I actually, my thought was, the sooner he knows, the better. It's like, here's the podcast.
I mean,
Hi,
it's a
I'm
good
Gabriel. This is my
icebreaker.
podcast.
You introduce yourself like that. If you want to know me, just listen to like
Yeah,
2
exactly.
episodes.
I show them a highlight reel from the worst episodes ever. You know, the worst.
Just like look at the
racism.
reels and
Yeah.
you'll figure it out. Yeah. Does that happen a lot now that Barbara's pregnant? Like people just go up to her like.
People like it feels like a part of the world has opened up that I didn't know existed, which is
Yeah.
like, I don't feel before. You always have the need to impress people and like, because you never know who a guy is, right? It's just
Okay.
a guy. But
Yeah.
when you're walking next to a pregnant lady and you're holding her hand, everyone automatically assumes that you're a good person, which is wrong.
yeah.
I'm not.
Absolutely.
But they assume it. So we
Yeah.
go to stores, people are nicer. In coffee shops, people are nicer. We get tables way easier. Like everything, service
course.
changes.
Family man. Yeah.
Family man.
Yeah.
Like,
Values.
at work, I would never speak to certain people just because we never had anything to talk about. But now with the baby,
You have a lot of.
we have a lot to talk about, but we are building friendships beyond that even.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, why wouldn't like what do you who do you think I was before?
Yeah.
Was I like a horrible
It's like yeah,
person
you
in
like
your head?
you just don't pull out and suddenly you're a good person. It's like
Exactly.
It's not how that works. Yeah.
Exactly. It is weird. And another thing, I don't know if it's like hormonal or something, but children are looking at Barbara so much. Like we walk around the street and like children are just laughing towards Barbara. I don't know what that is.
Oh, I think it's just like he has a baby inside. I don't think it's her pheromones being like making the kids wild.
Horny.
They're like,
I think they're looking like, look what's coming out.
Yeah, fuck you,
like
you're
fuck you,
screwed.
loser.
this whole head has to fit through there.
Yeah, no
Imagine
shit.
A kid is just very darkly like he's gonna rip you apart, lady.
Yeah, dude. Barbara's finally getting anxious because she was so cool up until now. Now she's like, oh shit.
It's happening.
She's realizing what's
Yeah.
going to happen. And she's like, oh no. I don't want to.
Abort.
Literally. Yeah.
It's a bit too late.
Yeah,
I think.
Or
now
no,
it's-
my parents tried to abort me last week.
They tried to throw you off the balcony like you did to shoes. They were just like, give birth in the balcony, and it'll sort itself out.
yeah, they managed, but we live in a big house, so I fell into the garden.
In the bushes.
We were in the bottom floor.
The plan had faults. Yeah. Okay.
Karen, you're such a funny person.
Thank you.
Introduce yourself a little bit for the people that are listening. So you're a comedian. Let's begin with that.
Yeah,
How long have you been in comedy for?
like for 1 year, so not that long.
Okay.
But I do have a background in arts. I used to be an actress for 10
Yeah.
years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I studied drama, a bachelor in arts. Yeah. And I did that for around 9-10 years.
Yeah.
And then I went scuba diving.
Yeah, you went scuba diving.
I went
forever.
scuba diving and I just changed careers.
Yeah.
And was around 15 years doing that. The
Wait,
last-
you were a scuba diver?
Professional
a
scuba diver.
diving instructor.
Yeah.
Where?
Well, first in Mallorca,
Oh.
then in the Costa Brava a couple of seasons. I live in Dominican Republic also.
Yeah.
And then I ended up in Maldives,
Oh, wow.
where I stayed for 10 years.
Yeah.
You lived 10 years in the Maldives?
Yes.
You
How
didn't
was
know
that?
this? Isn't this
Oh.
surprising? Because I was talking to her at the club. She was telling me about this. I was like, "What the? What is this story? Like, who are you?"
This is
dude?
insane. Yeah. I just
Really
thought she
awesome.
lived in La Rozas for like 46 years and then started doing comedy. What the
No,
fuck?
no,
That's
no.
so cool.
No, after I finished my career, I lived in Madrid.
Okay.
I emancipated when
Yeah.
I was 24. Okay.
Okay. So you did drama and then you were a professional actress for
Yes.
10 years. And you did theater mainly?
I did what I could,
Yeah.
which was not a lot. It's quite tough.
I have a friend that's a theater actor, and he does what he can. But every like 5 years, he gets like a huge role, and then he just goes back to struggling.
Goes to post, yeah.
It's so hard.
It is a very hard career.
Yeah.
And I was getting frustrated because I said, okay, it's not that I do a lot of auditioning and I
Yeah.
don't get the parts, because I don't even get the auditioning.
Right.
Yeah,
so what
yeah,
kind
yeah.
of job is this that you don't even get the interviews?
Yeah,
Right.
that's
You know?
Did you need
horrible.
an agent or something like that to get you auditions?
I tried all kind of things,
Yeah.
Okay.
but it's just about connections.
Yeah.
And
It
probably I
is.
was not ready. I was not very good at ass leaking.
Yeah.
This I
okay.
learned later, and now I'm very good at it. You handsome guys.
You know how to. Yeah.
I know. No, yeah.
They're like, oh, you're a producer.
Networking.
Dude, when I found out Chavi was hosting shows, I was just like,
And that was Victor sucking his dick.
yeah.
I know.
Yeah, I know.
Back, baby, we're back.
I was listening to the other podcast. I didn't listen to the whole of it with Sergio and
Oh,
Liam.
Sergio Moya? Yeah.
Are we going to talk about masturbation in mine?
Probably, dude.
I was so excited.
At some point, it's gonna come up.
It's gonna.
Let's hope
it
it's
has to.
organic. Let's hope it's not like hand-fisted.
Yeah, it's not like.
Like it's been 2 hours and I haven't talked about jerking off. I'm gonna explode.
I need to.
I
Yeah.
have to. Okay.
I will make a friendly reminder.
yeah, we'll write it down for later. Yeah.
But
Yes.
that's you're saying this shit. But your set is probably one of the darkest,
Raunchiest
sets of the
for
scene
sure.
in English, at least. I don't know in Spanish, but
It's
like,
similar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of, yeah.
You come in guns blazing, you know.
I don't know. It's what comes up for me. Like,
Yeah, that's
like,
what you find funny. Yeah.
yeah, I find funny. I went to see Anthony Jeselnik to Barcelona.
Oh, nice.
yeah.
I was laughing. I was
So much.
peeing myself. Like, that was awesome. So it's that kind of comedian I look up to.
Yeah, but that's unexpected. Maybe I'm being, I don't know.
Like projecting because she's a woman. You mean?
Yeah.
I'm a 46-year-old woman
But you
talking
dress
about.
nice. You're like pristine. You're not like a goth or like, you know, you're like a
Regular
normal
looking woman. Yeah.
woman that goes up on stage and says, hey, you know.
Dead babies.
What's
Let's
the
get
difference?
into it.
The best joke.
What's the deal with abortion?
Abortion the dream.
Exactly. No, I remember the first time, like when we met. I think it was Tapalogistas. It was a very like.
No, but we met before that.
We did.
In the Ruta 66.
Oh,
But I
dude.
think I was doing my first text about terrorists.
Oh, really?
About my love for terrorists.
Whoa.
I don't remember that bit.
What is the bit?
No, because I stopped doing it quite abruptly.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
yeah?
Dude,
I mean,
I
it was-
erased Ruta 66 from my memory because I just bombed so hard every time.
You
I
were there
just-
with the other Victor.
Oh, the other Victor. Oh, yeah.
And I
Rest in
was-
peace.
Yeah, that's where we met. I remember
Okay.
you that day. I have a good memory.
Yeah.
Good.
And
Yeah, but I remember like not think. I thought your set was gonna be like because there was a woman before you and she was like doing very harmless like wordplay jokes.
Yeah.
And then Karen came up and they looked sort of similar. So in my stupid brain, I was like, they look similar. They must have similar taste.
Same person.
And then she came out like dead babies, and I was like, whoa, lady. But,
Punch in the face.
No, it was really good. Yeah, I remember.
And well constructed jokes too. Like
Thank
the
you.
basketball one. That's such a good joke. Tell it, please.
Structurally, hey, dance monkey.
Dance monkey.
Yeah. No, but it
Okay.
is a good set.
I am a monkey, but I'm not dancing.
fair enough. Just throwing shoes at passersby.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, but you've been doing stand up for a year now, and was it something that was like in the back of your head when you were an actress, or did you like?
Apparently not.
No?
It was like very weird because that's why I'm thinking like, why do I wait 45 years to start this shit?
Yeah.
Oh.
You know, because I really like it. It's very therapeutic also.
Yeah, for sure.
I stopped drinking because I had a big problem with alcohol.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Big problem. I mean, I was not under a bridge, but
Yeah, but it was
You were
affecting
getting
your
drunk
life.
often.
but yeah, too much. And I
Yeah.
was kind of sad, so I drank and I was
Right.
drinking, so I got sad. you
Yeah,
know?
that's not a solution.
Like a
Yeah.
cycle. It became
It's like a cycle.
Yeah.
I was like depressed.
Yeah, for sure.
I get
So
that.
I went to Alcoholic Anonymous.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I'm currently there.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
I'm a very good alcoholic, not very good with an anonymous.
I'm very open
With
about
the
it.
anonymous part, I suck, as you can.
Yeah, and I go with
as you can
Carlos,
see
with
that.
Perez. Shout out, guys.
Last
But I can-
names. Let's
I
talk
can
about
give you- I can give you the addresses and the names now.
Okay, and where do you
And I stopped drinking, and then next week I signed up into a stand-up comedy course.
instantly?
Yeah, because I wanted to have fun.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
And it was like, like so much fun, you know?
Yeah, but that's
so
also
fun,
like
yeah.
well that you quit drinking and then you do comedy, which is mainly at bars. So that must have been a challenge at first, right?
And no, it was easy for me to
Really?
stop, actually, because I wanted it so badly.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
And I've done a lot of work also with myself. It was like I fixed few things, and then we're like, okay, this one I need to address.
That was like
it's
the
like now.
cherry on the top. Like you had a bunch of problems, and that was like, now let's fix the
Drinking was
Yeah.
probably the symptom, right? It was just
Exactly.
like once you fix your life, drinking kind of takes care of itself. Do you feel like? Or
It is a disease.
Yeah.
It's forever.
Yeah.
In my case,
Yeah.
yeah.
but yeah, I feel like I have really, my life has started again. It's,
Nice.
it's
Yeah,
very
for sure.
interesting. I mean, it's not like I'm very functional. I worked for all my life,
Yeah.
but I was doing things. And I remember my friend, because I was away for so many years,
Yeah.
I came back and I met a friend of mine, and she's like, we had not met in 20 years. She said,
Yeah.
wow, I still remember how drunk you used to get when we were young.
Oh,
Jesus.
right.
And I was in my head, and you don't know how I was on Wednesday.
Right, yeah.
Like, this was Thursday, you know? Like,
Yeah.
like, you had seen me yesterday.
Yeah.
That was kind of some of the signs that I was like,
Right.
oh,
Yeah.
fuck, this
Yeah,
is
yeah.
not a normal
Something needs to
way.
change.
Yeah.
It's not normal.
I remember I had something similar in the pandemic. Like I used to drink a lot when we were like locked
Lockdown.
up, and we had this thing like I used to meet with friends online. And I had this moment because like we were drinking and I was like maybe 4 or 5 beers deep, and I was talking with my friends, so it was like normal.
Yeah.
And then we were like, okay, bye guys, time to end the call. And then we end the call and it's just a black screen and I'm drunk alone in my room looking at my
Jesus
reflection. And it was like such a dark moment right
Dude,
after
that's-
like hanging with your friends. And I was like, fuck, this is not like
No.
I got used to getting to bed drunk like every day. And it got to a point where like I was like, let me have my couple of night beers so I
Yeah.
can go to bed. And I was like, when I said that, like night beers, I was like, whoa, that can't be
Yeah.
a thing. So I also kind of like quit
That's
during
the
the
thing.
pandemic.
It sneaks into your life. You don't even expect it to go, into
No.
that
And
direction.
in Spain, it's all over the place.
Yeah.
I mean, it's,
That's another thing which is I'm always surprised
it's very
for.
cultural.
It
So-
is. Spain is you guys rep the
Like,
drinks.
yes, of course.
Salud.
It looked like water, but it's vodka. You know?
What I realized from Spain is that even people that don't drink, they go out to grab drinks. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like drinking something with your friends, like a soda or like a non-alcoholic
It's a social
beer,
thing, yeah.
is like part of your culture. It's so deep, and I think it has to be harder for alcoholics here to.
Yeah. I wouldn't like what did it,
But also, you guys are more accepting, I think.
I mean, it's
right?
a thing like
of balance.
a thing I've heard my dad say a lot. I don't know if you heard this from your mom, but my dad is very proud of Spanish drinking culture because
Yeah.
he compares it to like
Nordic.
British or like
Yeah.
German drinking culture. So he's like, we can drink here and we don't get absolutely shit faced.
Yeah.
Not like the Germans or the Brits who could only get shit faced. And like, have you been to Lavapiés at 5
Yeah, I
p.m.
mean, your
on
dad
a
is a bit
Sunday? Yeah.
misplaced. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
have
yeah.
any disrespect with your dad.
Yeah, no,
Or
go
yes,
ahead.
I can't-
Tear into that
like,
motherfucker.
wait.
Yeah, no. But he thinks like we drink wine and we're like elegant and we're like, but
Yeah.
we get shit faced too.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure, yes. But it is like a bottle of wine. Well, a bottle is too much, but a glass of wine with lunch or something like this. You
That
know?
is, and that also like my dad drinks wine with lunch and he likes to pretend it doesn't affect him.
Yeah.
And then he takes like a 2-hour siesta after that. And I'm like, dude, that's not.
I'm just so tired. I don't know why.
It's my age. No, dude, it's like the entire bottle of Cabernet Sauvignon you just downed.
I do think it's harder here in this society, but at the same time, I do feel like Spain. It's like the judgment goes with it. If you're drunk, they will judge you.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
So
yeah.
it's not like acceptable to be
but
drunk.
what normally happens is that everyone around you is as drunk as you. So
Yeah.
it's okay.
If everyone's going up at the same time,
Yeah.
it's fine. But if one person gets drunk, everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, what is this loser?" You know?
Yeah, a friend of mine said the other day, like, I don't like when I'm drinking and the other person isn't drinking with me. He like, she says, me corta el rollo, which like
Yeah, yeah.
means like she doesn't.
Cuts the vibe, yeah.
Yeah, she gets the vibe. I'm like, yeah, because you're gonna be shit-faced drunk, just ranting at a poor sober woman who's gonna be like, and you're gonna be like, so
For
yeah,
sure.
you're gonna
No.
feel judged.
Yeah.
Is that the thing?
I mean, I feel that it's a personal thing. Like,
Yeah.
and you can get drunk and not be an alcoholic, and you cannot be
Yeah.
getting drunk and be one. You know,
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
It goes
for sure.
back to if it's affecting your life, really. If you're
Exactly.
depressed and you're like,
and how many people is it affecting, and they don't know about it?
they don't know about it.
because
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah, exactly.
I
had
didn't want to
friends-
use that like word with a lot of like people that I saw because I felt the moment you went up to someone and said like I think you're an alcoholic, they're gonna get like really defensive.
Yeah.
Like no, I can stop whenever I want. It's not a problem. And it's like it's not so much that you can't stop whatever, but like I see when you get drunk and it's like mostly
there's all kind of profiles, and all
Yeah,
kind of,
true.
and for example, in my case, I didn't have to stop going to bars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But some people do.
They can't
Whatever
be
you
near
need
it,
to
yeah.
stop drinking is what you have to do.
Yeah, and
and
has-
it changes for everyone, you know.
Yeah, and that's like being in being an Alcoholics Anonymous. Like, how has it helped you? Like, just sharing stories. Like, how
It's so therapeutic. It's like a
Okay.
free psychologist.
Yeah.
right. You
Because
do
it's-
stand up at your
Of
Alcoholics
course, I
Anonymous.
do. I've been accused a few times of rehearsing my sets with.
Oh really? One guy's like, "Yeah, I sold my baby for a bottle of wine," and you're like, "Okay, let me write that down."
I mean, it's a place where you go and you talk, and no one judges you or comments. So you are listened to.
Okay.
To people who are, and I mean, I don't have a problem with drinking anymore. For me, it's not at the moment. I have to be careful, not forget there's things, but it's a great place. I mean, when I'm super stressed, I remember with my mom, we had all the family in the summer, and we were like,
Yeah.
And I was like, bye, I'm going to my meeting.
Yeah.
And my mom was like, I wish I was an alcoholic. Because I do come back in a different
mood,
way.
energy. Yeah.
So,
of course.
It is very similar to stand-up because it's essentially a place where people listen to you carefully. But the
but they
difference is,
judge you like
exactly.
in stand-up.
In Alcoholics, in AA, you probably have people that are overly supportive and really careful with what you're saying.
They just listen. Actually, of course, you have support. No, that's why it's the magic of recovery. Basically, by hearing other people sharing and you sharing yourself, it helps you stop drinking.
Yeah,
I couldn't do it by myself. I honestly was trying all kind of things and every day. Okay, I'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah,
aperitivo, beer.
Fuck, I do think I need to go to like a digital anonymous because I know I am addicted to my phone and I know it's nothing comparable to alcohol. Yeah. But I do feel like it's ruining kind of my life slowly. And I do think I need help.
Whoa, yeah.
Dude, because sometimes I spend like this week probably from 1 a.m. to 4 a.m. on my phone. Yeah. And my head was like, dude, stop it. And I couldn't break that. Dude, stop it. And I wouldn't, And
I know that feeling for sure.
It's so bad. And I was like, dude, I cannot like wake up hungover from scrolling my phone.
They're designed for that. I didn't have Instagram because, of course, I'm an addictive person.
Personality,
I have an addictive personality.
For sure.
That's why I did 110 opens.
I remember you were in every single
it's a great thing to be addicted to stand-up comedy.
Yeah, it's better for sure.
Need to drive it to the right thing. For
exactly.
Sure. Yeah.
Somehow.
Yeah, that energy.
And I didn't have Instagram before because I knew.
It's like a toxic place for.
And once they put reels on Instagram, that was like the end.
Fuck me, dude.
A friend of mine said it very well. He said, I was really proud of avoiding TikTok because I knew I was going to get addicted. And then they put TikTok in everything, like Instagram, YouTube, Facebook.
And I started having Instagram because of comedy.
Yeah.
Because there's no way you can find. You need to be able to use. Use Instagram.
That's my thing. I want to delete it. I deleted it this week.
Yeah.
But then I needed to do something for the podcast and was like, fuck me. I cannot escape the shit.
Yeah.
It's so hard.
It's especially when you're doing comedies. You need it for promotion to like get shows to like all that.
It's fundamental. And now I'm better, but I had a moment of a lot of addiction.
Yeah.
Like suddenly I'm like, wait a minute, I've been looking at my phone for how long? 1 hour and a half? And I was not even, I was gonna look something I needed. You know?
That's how it happens.
They say it's dopamine, right? But I don't know what it is. It's just
people call it dopamine addiction, and I think there's some truth to that because I also had that thing where like I get a message from a show and I'm like, let me respond to the message, and then I just pop on reels. I close Instagram. I'm like, okay, and then I'm like, oh fuck the message. Like it happens a lot.
It's I think it's gonna be one of those things because my grandparents, when they woke up, they immediately smoke a cigarette before brushing their teeth. And I think this is gonna be the future for like us. Our children. It's gonna be like, yo, they wake up and put the phone in their face. How crazy is that?
But I don't think it's very difficult because it's designed for that.
Yeah,
it's designed
by very smart people who like
I need to figure that out. I cannot have a kid and be like on my phone avoiding my kid.
Daddy, look! You're like, wait a second. Wait, Daddy's doing something for the podcast.
I'm on the 30th breastfeeding video on Instagram. you know those.
Dude, yeah. You know what?
I don't know if you know this, but for us, can I? Yeah. All right. There's this videos on Instagram that women, like porn actresses, realize that they can bypass the algorithm and show their boobs if they're pretending to breastfeed something.
Oh, really?
So
that's so
there
smart.
are a bunch of models with toy babies putting the baby on the breast, and they take it out and they show their tits and then they hide it again.
That's so smart.
So it's like, look for.
No, it's resourceful. It's like really good. Like,
it's horrible. It's not good.
No, I know.
It's
but
toxic.
That's another thing. Like porn addiction, I also think is very real with like a lot of young people because you have porn in your phone now. Yeah, and it's not even hard to like find. It'll like
I'm hard. Sorry.
Yeah, but like the thing is like. So what happens is I don't want like boobs on my timeline and like or like porn actresses, but I'll be scrolling through reels and my algorithm knows I'm like a 20-something-year-old boy. So every once in a while it'll show me tits and I'll be like, fuck, because like
you stop for half a second.
Yeah, and then the algorithm's like, I gotcha. And then it's like you open up your like explore page and it's just tits everywhere. It's just tits and like right-wing extremists being like.
I open a profile for I'm doing a trivia.
The French trivia.
So I open and I don't know what happened happened, but only shows me videos of Dutch hounds. This breed of dogs. I have no idea what that is.
It's just the algorithm is just trying to figure it out. It's like dog,
but Dutch hound. Only I was like, hey, what is this? So I was scrolling fast, and then maybe I have to teach him something else.
Yeah,
maybe.
I purposefully started sharing monkey videos with my friends because I wanted something mild on my timeline.
That's good.
But now it's a mix of monkeys and monkeys breastfeeding. I swear to fucking God, there's a bunch of videos of monkeys breastfeeding in my reel. Oh no. The one that comes up the most is a mama monkey. She's breastfeeding her baby, and the husband,
she shows the boob.
She shows the boob. She does. It's a huge ass nipple too. It's like a long finger. And then the husband, the dad rips the baby out of the tit, and he starts sucking.
Don't get any ideas now.
Exactly, dude. It's imagine looking for that for like 3 hours straight. That's my night.
That's gonna fry your brain so bad. Dude, you're gonna be at the soup rigged up.
Only fans with monkeys.
It's horrible. Instagram's horrible. I'm gonna buy a flip phone or something. I don't know, dude.
Yeah,
I need to get away from that.
I don't know how to. I mean, I have this half an hour limit.
Does it work?
Oh, yeah.
It at least it reminds you. I'm always like ignore for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I click that like 20 times per day.
Yeah, that's the thing. I also did that with like Instagram and all that, and I'm my own boss, so I can be like, no.
Yeah.
I feel like 20 more minutes of that. but your Instagram actually is something I wanted to ask you about. It says Karen O is coaching.
Yes.
Did you used to have like a coaching business?
I am a coach.
Oh, really?
Actually.
Like a life coach? Or?
Yeah, life coach.
Oh.
So since I came back from Maldives, I was a scuba instructor, then I got promoted.
Oh.
So I was the manager of the water sports excursions and scuba diving in a high-end resort.
Okay.
Nice.
Very nice. It's a very good place to live.
Yeah.
A lot of work.
Yeah.
You lived at the resort?
Yeah, of course.
Oh. Also, that lifestyle must have a lot of alcohol, right?
Oh yeah.
It's a resort,
I think that was a
factor.
Another factor.
Yeah.
Because there's not much to do.
Yeah.
So you can drink.
You can drink as much as you want. Yeah.
I mean, not really as much as you.
You can drink.
Dude, chill. She just said she's in recovery. And you're like, hey, you gotta get fucking wasted, right?
That's not what I meant.
No, but I mean, sometimes it was also complicated to be drunk because if something happened, you have to be.
Oh, right.
For sure.
They're like, someone's drowning, and you're like shit-faced. You're like,
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Even if it's your off time, no? That technically you are. I remember one time I was not in a good condition.
Yeah.
And I went to bed, and then they called me because there had been a boat accident.
Oh.
And I mean, obviously the adrenaline made the alcohol disappear, but I was like, shit, this like
cannot. Yeah.
I mean, I didn't have to do anything. I did what I had to do. So
what did you have
because
to do?
I was very functional.
Okay.
Well, one of my guys had
like a
cut. Yeah. It could have been very bad.
Oh, he could have lost the leg.
Yeah, it was a very stupid thing because they were in a small dinghy.
Yeah.
Going out to sleep we had big yachts parked in another lagoon.
Okay.
Oh wow.
And they had no light.
Yeah.
They were with the phone light.
Oh fuck.
And then the resort boat was coming back, and they had no light. So they ran over them. These guys jumped into the water. And they didn't even know they had run over. They were like, I think we hit something.
What a disaster.
I think we hit a bump, but we're in the sea. I don't know.
No, it could have been very bad, but
God.
The captain managed to nothing, and the other one, he had a cut.
From like the propeller?
Not the propeller. No, the propeller
would have
had a cut. It would have been mincemeat.
Yeah.
Okay. No. I don't know what hit him, but
wow, dude.
And that night they called me, and I'm like, what?
I mean, to be fair, they were probably drunk too. Just being in a dinghy with your phone, like we're gonna get there.
No. It's a Muslim. It's a Muslim country. So
Maldives is a Muslim country.
Yeah, it is.
So they don't
no one
drink
knows
much.
that.
But were they from the Maldives or?
Yeah, they were from the Maldives.
Okay. So it's dry law in the Maldives, or
what they do is that if you have to buy a license to be able to serve pork and alcohol, and it has like 100% taxes, so that's why it's so expensive.
So you don't. Oh wow. Wait.
So you need to be you have to be on an island that has this license.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is alcohol super expensive there? Then?
Yeah, it is very expensive. That's the cost price of flying it in, and then by the time it gets to the resort, it's already like 100% more plus the license.
That's insane. Because I always thought of Maldives as this like resort country of
no, it's
vacations.
Not many people know this, but they are Muslim. Yeah.
So it's a conservative country generally, or
it's not a very extreme.
Okay.
There are factions like everything, but and I mean, when I was there for the 10 years I was there, they had a dictator. It's like so similar to Spain in the 70s.
Really?
Yeah. And then they had
a little Franco,
a
tropical Franco.
Franco. Yeah.
Franco with like a Hawaiian shirt, just like having a caipirinha.
More or less.
Okay.
And actually there was the first democratic president, and then there was a coup d'etat. So super
the politics
crazy.
of the Maldives.
Yeah, very, very exciting.
Yeah. So you lived through the coup d'etat.
Yeah. I mean, they just overthrew the president.
Oh, it wasn't like violent?
They just tapped him in the shoulder.
I mean,
like,
that's
your time's done, dude.
There was in the capital there were some, but it was not. I remember I was like, one friend of mine said, "Well, I saw in Spain the same thing when the Catalonia, he's like, you are also violent. You are talking about me.
You're also fucked up. I'm not fucked up. You're fucked up.
And I was like, yeah, kind of, it's the same thing.
I mean, yeah, sort of. It was like they did try to vote to leave. Yeah, that was actually so stupid because Catalonia, like a party in Catalonia, they were like, we're gonna have a referendum to leave Spain, and then the central government by Mariano Rajoy was like, you can't do that. That's not constitutional. Even if you vote, it's not gonna count.
And they voted.
And the Catalonia was like, we're gonna do it anyway. And Mariano Rajoy was like, oh fuck you, I'm gonna send all the militia there. And we had like military people. There was this like big photo. I don't know if you remember. There was like an old lady clinging to a changeling fence. Yeah. And then just like this fully equipped policeman with like the helmet and everything, janking her off. Yeah. And I was like, that seems overkill. Like,
it is overkill, but what they did was fully illegal.
Oh yeah. But like you could just ignore the vote. You didn't have like they tried to stop them from voting. It's like just let them vote, and then when they're like we're independent, you can be like
yeah, that's like a messy pre-divorce fight.
Oh yeah,
it's like you're gonna divorce me. I'm gonna beat you the fuck out of you.
Oh wow, dude, you okay?
But and it's the man beating the woman because it's the state versus Catalonia, which is so But what I wanted to say is
speaking of tits,
before I moved to Spain, that's the thing that I was most concerned about. Yeah, because I thought I would have to deal with that
with Catalonia.
With my I was like studying it up. I was like watching documentaries.
How long have you been in Spain?
Since 2018.
Okay.
So I think it was 2016.
Yeah, it was around there.
It just happened, and I was like, oh, should I be prepared to fight in the streets?
Yeah, it was actually I think 2018 because I went to Canada in 2019, and when I said I was Spanish, that's what everybody wanted to like ask me about.
What everyone knew about.
That's this big thing, like a West European country to be like in the mix of
and also like the thing is Canada had Montreal. So like Montreal was they wanted to be independent. They were like the French speaking part. So
they're taking notes. So what?
So what'd you guys do? I can imagine. No, they were like the thing is, you know what the thing is? It's interesting with Montreal because like Quebec, the entire like province, they actually had a referendum, a legal referendum to like separate, and it was 51-49.
To
stay. Yeah. So they almost left.
Almost left. And the thing is, like, the Independence Party, they were, like, saying, no, let's do a recount, let's do it again. And the central government was like, okay, we gave you one. We're not going to do it again. And that's been, like, a thing for, like, decades, I think, in, like, Quebec of, like just one more. Let us vote one more, and we'll convince the guy. There's only one guy, and we'll convince him.
Crazy. This idea of separating yourself more and more from the rest of the country. Yeah. It's not going to, like... Either we go back to the, cave times, or we go with a global government. Because every sci-fi movie, dude, it's a government for the whole. Because if we go out in space and we start being like intergalactic, this conversation.
Dude, did you smoke weed before this? What the fuck?
No, dude, because I'm invested in this shit.
Okay.
Well, I mean, behind that is the fact that many of the frontiers are artificial.
Everything is based on power and like historical bullshit.
So. Well, that's the thing in Catalonia too. Like most of the people who were moving the independence movement were very powerful industrial families. And political families because they wanted more control over their businesses and not give as much money to the central government.
It's all a matter of control. Like when a powerful state, whatever the powerful state started losing control for like Europe, like the government of Europe. No, we don't want to be part of Europe because Europe's deciding our little things.
Are you talking about like Brexit now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just think that's a opposite movement.
I don't know. I know there's cultural reasons. Like, I'm not Catalan, so I don't want to like opine a lot on this.
Yeah.
And I know there's like cultural repression, all that sort of. Like under Franco, you literally could not speak Catalan, or you would go to jail.
But
so
that's different. That's like repression of like speech, essentially, and freedom.
Well, but it's like also a cultural. Like the thing with Franco is he tried to unify Spain, and he did that culturally too. So what he did,
of course,
repressed anything that was not Spanish.
Liberties,
and he took flamenco. Like a thing that like no, that's real. For like a lot of people from outside of Spain think flamenco is this like whole Spanish. It's just from Andalusia.
Yeah.
But Franco took it, and he was like,
Spain.
"That's our thing now.
That's our thing."
Yeah, we're gonna sell that to the world.
Yeah, it was just a guy picking and choosing what he liked. It was like, this is
that's
Spain.
fun. Let's do that for the entire country. And then he shot a Basque guy. He shot over.
Fuck him.
Yeah, fuck that.
No,
guy.
but it's different when you're messing with the freedom of a person. That's completely different. I just mean like, it's the opposite, right? It's like not trying to be part of a bigger thing.
Yeah, but what I mean is like there's like generations of like repression.
Yeah, I understand.
So that like builds up, and there's a resentment towards the central government.
Sure.
So like there's cultural reasons for that.
Sure.
Anyway, we wanted to talk about hand jobs. Like we got really
about
off topic.
coaching.
Yeah, about coaching.
Politics.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because of the Maldives politics. That was actually really interesting. I knew nothing of the Maldives. Only I had beaches.
Yeah. No. It is. It's not an extreme.
Yeah, it's not like Sharia law or nothing.
Still, like they shouldn't drink, and this was an issue when they drank.
Yeah, it's amazing that you were an alcoholic in a country where it was like 100% taxes. You really wanted that.
But I had cost price at the hotel as an employee. It was okay.
Hell yeah. They made it easy.
But it was interesting because I was a manager. You know.
Yeah.
I did the Karen move. I became the manager.
The ultimate
Karen move.
Yeah.
And of course I was managing captains and crew members and water sports guys that were Maldivians.
That's awesome.
We were super cool. And then the rest instructors were international, like Russian speakers, Chinese speakers, like very multicultural.
Oh, wow. That's really fun, actually.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Nice. So then how did you pivot from that into coaching? What was like?
Well, I was there for 10 years and it was getting hard to be so far away.
Yeah, for sure.
It was quite lonely, and I worked a lot, like 6 days per week. And I used to take 37 seconds to commute to work.
Holy shit.
Oh yeah, you get off from the bed.
From my bed, I walk out, 37 seconds, I was in my office.
But that's kind of nice.
Oof.
I could do 10
for a while.
Like everything has advantages and disadvantages.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So basically, if something was going wrong at 3 o'clock in the morning,
you had to be there, yeah.
Someone would call me, and if I wouldn't answer, they would come to my room and
knock on your door. Right, yeah. Can you imagine your boss knocking on that door right now?
Hey, the servers are down. Can you? Do you mind? I'm watching women breastfeeding on Instagram. Like, what?
I'm watching monkeys breastfeeding, and I'm all out of the internet, and I need it pronto.
Just call me if there's people breastfeeding. The rest of the time, I'm busy.
Yeah,
probably masturbating.
It's breastfeeding time, dude.
It's breastfeeding. I really want you to say that when the baby's hungry. You go to Barbara, it's breastfeeding time, dude.
It's breastfeeding time.
Hey, baby.
Yeah. No, it was cool, but it was hard. Also.
I understand.
Like, you worked a lot, and it was cool because you earned quite a lot of money and you had no expenses.
Of course.
So that's why I could save and buy this little flat.
Yeah.
I have a studio in between Atocha and El Retiro.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that.
I have it on Airbnb.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's where I live from.
Oh, that's
I'm such a Karen.
Yeah. you actually live from having an apartment in Madrid? Wow.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool.
Yeah, because I mean,
smart move.
I don't want to live by myself because I was quite lonely.
Yeah.
So I'm living with my parents. This is true. Like most of my comedy is kind of true.
Okay.
Like disclaimer.
Yeah. All the baby jokes, 100% true. She's killed 1,000.
I killed 1,000. I've not had sex in a long time.
That's also very true.
That part is true, but the STDs are not expired.
I got chlamydia from the 80s, baby, bin time.
I have a chlamydia vintage.
Okay.
No, so
original AIDS.
Probably living with your parents doesn't help the sex part, right? I just assume. If it was me,
yeah.
I mean, that's not the problem. I can always pay for a hotel.
Yeah, that's right. You have an Airbnb.
I can Airbnb myself.
Yeah.
You know?
You can like go to the host and be like, "Hey, move, guest out. I'm getting lucky tonight." Yeah.
No. So I'm living with them. I don't know how long, but for the moment it is really.
And how is it living with your parents when you're older? Like going back.
It's easier than when you are in your 20s.
You don't revert to being like an angry teenager.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, right? That's what happened to me. That's what I'm asking, because like when I came back from living abroad, I was like, I'm so mature now. And then one day with my parents, and it was like, you don't get me, mom. Like it was immediate, and I like all my character progression just reverse.
Yeah.
Dude.
I mean, you're always stuck in some kind of like dynamics, you know.
Yeah.
That's really fun. I remember like hey mom, I'm gonna catch the last train a Friday, I'm gonna go to meet my friends in Madrid, and she's like, so late? And I'm like, I'm 44. Oh yes, sorry, I forgot. Have fun. You know, it's like this kind of conversation. This is a real conversation.
Yeah, no way.
Mom, I'm 40.
She
plus,
forgot.
you know, like, oh yes, sorry.
Well, that's cute, actually. That's kind of fun that she still treats you like with.
I think they could never stop. I think it's like
it's exactly. There's a relationship that is complete. I try to update it, but it's not that easy.
They can, dude.
But they also change. Like
my mother-in-law tries to, because she tries to be like the cool mother-in-law and like the cool mom.
That's so bad.
And the other day we were at my brother-in-law's birthday party. And it was all their like weird friends. I don't know. And just a bunch of friends of his and me, and they were all talking about like later we're gonna go to party. Everyone's gonna go together to party. And my mother-in-law was there. She's like, "Oh, can I come? I know it's weird, but I'll have fun. I'm single. Let's go."
Oh.
And everyone was like, "Yeah, let's go." And everyone was like, "Okay, who's got Molly? Who's got weed?" And then I could see her face just go like, this is not okay." She was like,
it would have been so funny. She was like, I do.
No.
Like, she opens her
she
purse.
was like, no, I only have cocaine. It's not for
this
me.
is a Molly party? Lame.
You kids don't know
You
anything.
don't know shit.
Yeah, weed, you pussies.
But I think it hurts because she just like a frown of like, oh, my little boy, you know.
Yeah, of course.
So it's
No, I mean it's cool that they think they can hang, and then it gets to a point of like, no, this is not
at all what it is. Yeah,
it's not a wine drinking party where you like sit on a couch.
Yeah.
They're gonna rave, mom.
Imagine having like a rave mom. Like a mom that
I think would be weird to me. Having like a party animal mom.
I wouldn't like it.
No, if like you met her at the club, if you were like there and she's like dancing with like the fishnets on, and you're like, oh my god.
I had a friend.
Mom.
Mom. That's something you never want to hear at the club.
She's sucking a guy's tongue.
Hey. Doing Molly of like a dick.
Mom, that is home.
Oh, dude.
Mom, that's not dead.
But you're 30.
Yeah, you can go up to the guy and say, "Are you gonna be my dad?"
He's younger than you.
Oh my god, dude, that's wild. Actually, I have a friend whose mom divorced, and she's dating like really young guys.
Yeah.
And that's like fucked up. Where like a guy comes out of your mom's room and he's like your age.
Yeah.
And you're like, hey, what's up,
Hey,
dude?
we want to play some video games.
or younger, you know.
Yeah,
or younger.
Yeah.
I have a friend. I have a really. I'm not gonna say anything to disclose who this friend is because it is shitty. He had a single mom that would go to our parties, and she would make a point of hooking up with her kids' friends.
Dude,
like
what?
my friends
But
were
that's
hooking
so
up with his
awkward,
mom,
you know.
But I think it was a turn on for the mom. She would try to like sneak and do it like kind of hidden, but everyone would find out because the guy would of course say like,
yeah, dude, you know how hard it is to be the guy and everybody's fucking your mom.
Yeah.
Dude, that's your like teenage years gone.
Yeah, it's like, mom, get your own group of friends.
Yeah. When you're a teenage boy, I think those are the worst things. Like one of your friends that you hate having sex with your mom. That's
dude, because
and if you reverse the roles, imagine your dad hooking up with your friends.
Yeah, that's
that can happen as well. I think.
Dude, that's so wild.
Both are bad, but I don't know.
Because dude, the worst thing is like when a teenager says I'm fucking your mom.
Yeah.
If that's true.
Yeah.
That's devastating.
Oh, that sucks. That hurts.
Yeah.
And the worst part is we're in love. You know? I'm fucking your mom, and I'm gonna marry her.
That's why I really love Madame Macron. You know the story of this dude. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, that's right.
Dude, his teacher.
I know,
dude, and like
that's hot. That's cool.
Yeah, I get it, but like I get it of like sneaking into school and maybe having an adventure, but marrying her and having grandkids when you're 40
and then he becoming the president of the republic. What is that about?
Dude, yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, if you marry your teacher, you couldn't like have a low profile life. But no, he went like the president.
No, he's like, can you imagine you're a cougar and you're like, I'm gonna have a fun adventure, and now you're first lady of France, and you're like, what the fuck? I just want a junk dick. and now I'm having to like say hello to Trump.
I thought it was a one night stand.
And now I'm in Versailles. What the fuck? Yeah.
But I was desensitized about my mom because I grew up with my single mom.
Right.
And I thought it affected me negatively having my mom like having boyfriends all the time. But I don't think it mattered.
No?
Like, not really.
Well, how did the boyfriends like react to you? Were they like, "Oh fuck, a kid"? Or
It helped me identify trustworthy men because there are a lot of boyfriends from my mom that were like giving me money, trying to be super friendly, but I could tell from a young age this guy's shit.
Yeah.
Like this guy has nothing
You can
to
feel that.
You can feel, dude. And the guys that treat you like adults in a way, they are the best boyfriends for my mom because like they would treat me as like you're not my kid.
Yeah.
Like the worst ones were like, "Hey buddy, let's
I want
be
to
friends."
be your daddy.
That's creepy, dude. That's creepy.
It'd be so funny if like by the end of it you were so jaded that you were like smoking, waiting for them, like smoking in the door. Just like, "You're here for the old lady? Okay,
Pay
I'll
up.
go get it."
Yeah. Where's my money?
If you give me Legos, I'll disappear for an hour.
There was one dude. He was so shady.
Oof.
He had a safe in his room, filled with cash. Filled with like I don't know, a down payment's worth of cash in his safe, and he had no credit cards or nothing. And I liked him because
Of the money.
He would treat me well, and he would be like, "Oh, where are you going tonight?" I don't know, hanging out with friends. And he's like, "Okay, so here's $300. Go play."
$300.
Yeah, and I'm like, this is too much, right? And he's like, "Yeah, enough for me. Go have fun." And then I would just buy weed and smoke with
Of course, yeah. I think he could probably give you the weed himself.
Yeah,
Like, if he's-
probably.
Yeah.
That was your
Probably.
favorite mom's boyfriend, right?
No, not my for the
Don't
jokes.
break up.
I was like that. My mom was like, "I need to break up. This guy's too shady." I was
Yeah.
like, "No, come on."
Just one more week, Mom.
Just wait until Monday.
I'm telling my friends at school, I got this guy, and then she's like, "I'm gonna break up with him." And no.
That's so funny. Don't fuck this up for me, Mom.
That was the only one that was
I'm about to buy a house and I'm 13.
Yeah. That's the one that and then there were boyfriends that were like just so in love with my mom. My mom was really hot. I don't know how else to say this. And the guys would be in love with her and like try to talk to me. Like when I was coming back from school, your mom. I remember that. Like, it was crazy. Yeah.
Your mom was a heartbreaker.
Yeah, for sure.
I was 4 years in a relationship, and he had a little girl.
Oh.
So I was her stepmom.
Oh yeah.
A Karen stepmom.
A
The
Karen
ultimate.
stepmom. Woo.
Do you like that? Like experience?
It was lovely.
Nice.
We are good friends, but
That's
it was all
nice.
about being very open.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, the parents are awesome. Like,
That's
he was my
important,
boyfriend,
yeah.
and his ex-wife was helping me so much.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Yeah, because when he was a bit of a disaster as a couple. He's a very good man. I love him a lot, but as a
Kind of a mess.
A mess, yeah. And he would get better after she gave him shit. Like, you have to take care of Karen, you know.
Oh wow.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah, it was cool, and we became even better friends when I separated from him,
Yeah.
which was difficult because I also had to quit seeing the little girl. And
Yeah. How old was the girl?
I was with him while she was 4 until 8. But for example, after I separated, I had my brother's wedding, and she came with me as a plus one when she was like 10 or 11. And it was because also my parents were like, "Oh, but we are not gonna see Candela anymore."
Ay, Candela.
I have a feeling because I have a stepdad. Like after my mom dated for a while, she got serious with a guy that she spent like 20 years with him after that. So that was my stepdad. And there's a weird thing that like I'm my dad and mom's kid, but also I have the influence of this third person and the fourth because I also have a stepmom. But I have the extra influence, so my personality is a little bit more broader. I don't have only my dad and my mom in me. You know, I grew up with other people.
Now
That's interesting, yeah.
She's 24, 25, and we reconnected not long ago.
Oh, that's nice.
And it's very cool. Because she's a cool girl.
Yeah.
And we have this like we talk about our Tinder dates.
Really?
Yeah,
that's so sweet.
No,
that's
it's
so
really
nice.
cool.
That's making me emotional. That's nice. That's
That actually is very sweet. Yeah, I wanted to make jokes of like, is she hot? But I was like, no, I'm in love with Candela now. I love her too. Yeah.
She's really sweet girl.
Yeah,
very
nice.
smart. No, it's like
That's really cool, man.
and it was. I remember at that time we were in a party. If we were all at the same time there, because sometimes it happened. They had like same circle of friends, and I would be attracted to. Attracted to talk with his ex-wife.
Oh, I get it.
And
Like,
people were like, "Why are they?"
Yeah.
Right. They were
Why are they? like, and I was like, she's been with this guy 10 years. She's an specialist.
Yeah. I'm talking with the experts right now.
Yeah, just getting some.
That's actually so good to have like an ex that you're like, okay, so he's weird all the time. They're like, yeah.
Yeah. She was the one who understood me the best.
That's crazy. That's really sweet, dude.
No, dude, that happened in my group of friends.
It's really an open-minded, because on top of that, she's like a petite, very feminine, high heels, makeup, blah. So Candela was like, if I want that, I have that, and if I want to roll around in the mud, I have Karen.
If I want to talk about abortions, I know where to go.
If I want to talk about abortions, scuba diving,
I know that's really cool. Like that happened in my group of friends. Yeah. So like I have a bunch of friends, and some of them are very hot.
Much?
And what?
Bragging?
Yeah, dude.
Right.
I have hot friends. That's how I roll. But yeah, so my hot friends,
you're the ugly one? Or?
I am one of the ugly ones, dude. And that was hard to admit. I was like, because they were all hooking up with each other. And I was like, dude, why?
Why am I not?
And then I got it. Like, dude, he just looks like Tarzan. Like, he's really hot. And the other girls, they're also hot. So what happened is 2 of them like hooked up together. And then the guy hooked up with another girl in the group of friends. Mm-hmm. And then after they like all broke up, the 2 girls are best friends now. And I think part of the reason is because they
trauma bonding.
Yeah. Well, not trauma, but like they can talk shit about the guy, and they can like get each other like, he forgot my birthday, and they're like, oh, mine too. And, and that was like a weird bond.
No?
Yeah, sort of. It was a weird bond.
I'm watching a great show that talks a lot about relationships called Last Man on Earth. It's from a comedian, Will Forte from SNL. It's great actors, great show. It's really about the last man on Earth. Society died after 2020. There's just a few people left, but the focus of the show is just random people. It's not like scientists. It's like it's not sci-fi. It's just random group of people that are still alive, and they start to rebuild society. So it's about like fundamental societal situations, falling in love. Like the first few episodes is just all about sex, because everyone's alone and really horny. So like when they meet up, like, when are we gonna have sex? They want to play their cards right, and then a little relationship start to form. And I do think like being jealous of your lover is natural. It's something that it's not. I don't think it's
It's evolution.
It's evolution. I think it is, but also it shows that like when you start to have a relationship with multiple people and they start to bond together, it kind of becomes like you become closer to the guy that was fucking your ex. Something like this, because in a way, a relationship, you're deepening yourself with someone else. You're showing parts of you that you wouldn't show with anyone else, right? So that's very sensitive. You don't do that often. And when someone else sees that part, it's like, oh fuck, that's you know what I mean? Like it's so rare that someone knows you that deeply. So I don't know.
Yeah, John Mulaney said it best, I think. If you met my parents and see my dick, you need to die.
100%.
100%, man. But no, that's interesting, because I get friend jealous, and that's the thing I don't think we talk about a lot. Like when I have a group of friends, and when 2 of my friends, they're like having a very good time together, and I'm like, oh, he doesn't laugh like that with me. Yeah. Like I get those thoughts of like, does he like prefer that guy? Because I have this bit that I'm working on. And I don't know if it's very relatable, but I have this friend, and we all love him a lot, and he brings out the best in people. Yeah. But he lives in Brussels, so he comes and he's like with us for 2 days, and we're having the best time, and then he leaves, and I'm just stuck with myself without him.
I know so
and with
much
the other
feeling,
people
dude.
who are not at being, and I'm like, we just got from a 10 to an 8.
I know so.
And I can't say that, because I can't be like, I liked you better when Gustavo was here.
You know that feeling.
But is that relatable? Does that resonate?
So relatable.
Okay, good.
Can I bust your bubble there?
Yeah.
You know what would happen if he stayed for long?
What?
You will realize he's only good for 2 days, and the 3rd day he's kind of like a dick.
Expired.
Yeah, because that's so hard, because that's a guy that's living for you, right? So he's listening to you, so he's very open, very extroverted. My opinion, everyone that I know that is like that, but a little bit too much, is because they're putting a lot of effort. Yeah, and that's only energy-wise. You can only do so much.
You can't sustain it forever.
No, I had a really good friend that was like this, and I wanted to spend as much time as I could with him. Yeah. And then we will have like sleepovers and whatever. We would fuck. No, I'm just kidding.
And now she's pregnant.
We would spend a lot of time together, and I would realize, I'm tired of this guy.
Really?
I'm tired of this guy. I'm his best friend, and everyone wants to hang out with him, but you can have him. Like he's inspired. Yeah, like you said.
But, I mean, I think there's like relationships that you don't have to talk, and these are also very deep.
Yeah.
And you can, people you can go on vacation for example, those are the kind of people.
Yeah.
It all depends on who you are as a person. Like, I'm introverted, I'm very introverted, and Barbara is as well. It's good for us because then we can just play video games and kind of make jokes about the games, but we don't need to have like outwardly conversations all the time. It's exhausting otherwise, So you need to find your...
And also this, I'm an introvert, I'm an extrovert. It changes throughout your lifetime. And sometimes I felt very introverted and I don't want to share. And other times I feel, I probably am an extrovert by default.
Yeah. I would say you're more extroverted. Like when I've seen you around people. And also I think when we're in comedy clubs, we're talking with other comedians, you have a lot in common. So it's easy to like start. You talk about their set, they talk about your set. Like,
I'm extroverted at the club because we have a lot in common. But if I go to like the bakery or something like this, I'm quiet as
I'm also, dude, you know what fucks me like up? My dad, now that he's older, I don't know why he started talking to people randomly. Really? Dude, we're at the supermarket and he just starts talking to the cashier, trying to make jokes, and he's not funny. And the cashier just have to, like, he's a client.
That jokes.
Yeah, and they're just like, haha, yeah, that's fine. And he's like, no, but whatever. And I'm like, Dad, stop it. You're being a dick right now. Like, he doesn't realize it, but he's like putting this girl in an like
awkward situation.
Yeah. But he's like, oh yeah, that was nice. Like, for you. Like
that was just for you, dude.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm trying to tell. Like he thinks he's like being nice.
Yeah.
But he's just...
Yeah, there are people like that in my work too. Like I see people that they come into the office. I'm like, oh fuck, here they come. Because it's like they are talking to you because they want something out of you.
Some people cannot stop talking.
Yeah, exactly.
This is a thing also.
Some people cannot be alone with their thoughts, and it's exhausting.
Yeah.
Because you see them like start, and then they're like, I have to, and you're like, no.
Yeah.
Deal with your shit, and then we will interact.
Then we'll have a conversation.
Yeah.
The beauty of silence when people are jerks.
Yeah.
That's a good line. That's a really good line.
Yeah. Yeah. Would you miss the people from Maldives? Like, did you make friends there?
It was a family situation.
Nice. You keep in contact still?
Sometimes yes, occasionally. But you create, it's really the frontier between professional and personal life disappears.
Of course, you're living there.
So it's very intense. And actually, like you have to, when they have a baby, for example, paternity leave used to be 3 days.
Oh, wow.
That Brazil, it's like 5 days.
Yeah. Really?
But they live 1 day away from their families. So of course they could do holiday or you could do other things. But I had to know when the baby was born, for example, because they would try to go a little bit earlier. And it was very personal. Even like, you have to go off days these days. No, please. My wife has the period. Like, why do I know your period's wife? I knew all the. Some of them were now yes because my wife has the period. I want to go back home. Like it was really personal.
Super
that's a test. Were people like hooking up and stuff? Like, was it like that sort of like a? Yeah.
Well, that answers it.
No, it is like complicated not when they hook up. The problem is when the things start going.
In love.
No, when it goes well, when they break up and they have to stay living together.
Exactly. Yeah. And the other one hooks up with another one, and then you are like, what?
Drama.
Drama. Yeah. Like, I had a few episodes like that.
Really?
Yeah.
And did they go to you because you were the boss, or like?
No, someone came to me because they were fighting.
Oh, really? What?
In the corridor.
Wow.
Because
tell him he's being a bitch. Oh my god.
No, it was
intense.
And it was when I had to remove this person from my team.
Really?
Yeah, because she was not gonna.
He was just fucking everyone. He was like
out
of control.
No, she was.
I don't think that was it.
I don't know. It was too much.
Yeah. Some people are bad at dealing with breakups. I've realized.
And you are in it's a very special environment because we are 250 people living in
small
like it was like
a village kind of.
Even smaller, like from one, it's like a triangle. So from the tip to the middle of the other, it's like 150 meters.
Oh wow!
And in the inside, that's where we lived.
Yeah.
Because it was beach villas and then the overwater.
Yeah.
So we are there all day,
You can't escape.
Like, no privacy. Before you fart, they are already talking about it in the other side of the town, and the gossip.
Of course, yeah.
I grew up in like a resort like that. Yeah.
What?
yeah. Because a long story. I'm not gonna explain. But I grew up in a resort like that. I lived there for like from I was 6 until 12, and there was the same situation where there were like a village of the people that worked on the resort, usually on sports and like recreation stuff. And usually some comedians, really big comedians in Brazil, would go there because it's a good gig as a comedian to be at the hotel. They pay well. It's a job, and you're a comedian. You live there, like you said. It's really good. And they would like. I was too young to know that, but after we became friends with those people because I grew up at the hotel, I would see them every day.
Yes, of course.
So they kind of became
your family.
Kind of like my uncles, you know, like cousins, because they were very young too. And then afterwards, when I was a teenager, I would go back to the hotel to hang out or something, and the guys were always saying like, "Oh, you have no idea. We had so much sex. Like everyone was fucking because in that situation it was a big hotel, so it was like, oh, you said 200 people more or less, right?
We were 250 employees, I think.
Okay, so it was the same situation. Yeah, so it was like a small.
Yeah. Where are you gonna go?
Yeah.
500 was in the other one because I was in a previous one that was bigger.
And a lot of like drugs, by the way. They said that it would smoke. Obviously. Weed was like mandatory. And
no,
it was like
mandatory. Not here. Not here.
Not Maldives.
It's difficult to get hold of it.
Yeah,
I know.
Brazil,
I've tried.
We really tried.
Yeah. No, they do have hash oil sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Muslim.
but it looked like
Muslim weed.
Yeah, I mean,
and you can be smoking whatever. I think.
Yeah.
Not that I did it.
Wink.
Okay, we'll cut this part. No, but yeah, it's a friend of mine that was just in Marrakesh, and he was like, "We're gonna try and find weed," and he thought it was gonna be like an expedition. He left his hotel, took a turn, and a guy was like, "You want weed?" And he was like, yeah.
It's all over the place. No?
Yeah, and it's like they do hash there, so it's like
Well, why is it so easy, you think?
I mean, first of all, they just grow it there, and then it's cultural. Like they have the way
hash
of making it.
like
Where was this again?
Marrakesh.
Ah, okay, of course.
Yeah.
Like Jamaica. You go to Jamaica.
Yeah, but apparently in Jamaica it's hard, right? Because it's like a religious thing, and they don't want to sell it or something
really.
like that. No. Okay.
You went to Jamaica?
I went to Jamaica with my parents.
Hell yes.
And so they were like, "No, you cannot buy anything." Like, okay, and the next morning, like the whole beach was a big smoke of weed.
Yeah.
So I played the
cloud.
PT card.
Yeah,
like,
come
hey,
on.
I'm with my parents. Can I have a puff?
That's a good move. That's a good move.
Yeah. And
you know, I still do the I live with my parents thing when they call, like when Movistar or
really?
Like, they're like, "Hey, we want to sell you something." I'm like, "I'm sorry, I live with my parents and I can't make any decisions," and they just hung up.
That's such a smart move. I don't know what I think. I'm a sociopath. I don't care. I just hang up.
Really?
Yeah.
What a dick.
No, I said to them, "Thank you so much," or I try to sell them something. That's the other thing you can do. Like, I'm a life coach, and probably you are not happy with your job.
Oh my God, that's so smart. The reverse card. That's so cool.
Like, come on. I think I have affordable for teleoperators, especially. I have like a special discount.
I have a teleoperator discount.
Do you want gas? Do you want a better life?
No, that is not a bad idea,
dude. That's a good move.
Like trying to sell something because it's like. The customers come to you in that scenario. You know, you just need to. Well, that's actually smart. I'm not even joking.
That's such a good move.
Yeah. No, I just hang up. I don't fucking care.
No.
Yeah, sometimes I do. If like they start the call and for the second I hear like the call center, you hear the people like beep 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 whatever. And if I go burp, no.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but that's if they don't get to talk. If they get a word in, I'm like, fuck.
Sometimes I do this. They say, "Hey, hello, is this Gabriel?" And I notice it's like a teleoperator. I go, "Hey, what?" And I hang up.
You start.
Oh wait, no, what?
I'm breaking.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
And then you hang up.
And start beatboxing.
We want to give you a gas. Actually, like starting freestyling on them would be a good way of get them to hang up.
Yeah, that's right.
I get a lot of calls from energy, like the electricity. You bzz, bzz. You're like,
and actually, it's a good way to try out your jokes too. You know?
Think?
Yeah.
Dude, I was talking. There's this really.
Someone picks up. Hey, what's the difference between a baby and a basketball?
No matter how hard you throw it, the baby doesn't bounce back.
Hey, classic Karen, baby. She's performing tonight at the Comedy Lab. Go see her.
3-pointers.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't think no one will hear this for tomorrow, no, for tonight.
No, I don't think.
So I will have performed.
Yeah, she's at the Comedy Lab sometimes. Just look her up. Karen Owens coaching.
Yeah.
So I was talking to Ashlyn yesterday. We were in the green room. When we were before the show, we were both at a cafe, not together, but just at different ones. And we were writing our set lists. And we were like, I'm a comedian. Yeah. And you know, do you guys ever get this feeling of like, I want like people to know?
Yeah.
So I had this fantasy that like the waiter comes over and I'm like, hey, I'm a comedian and I want to try a new joke. Let's see if it's funny. And just hit him with one of the good ones. One I know is good. And Ashlyn was like, I do that too. I have that fantasy.
No way.
Yeah. No, and I was like, fuck, I didn't think.
Don't make it a reality.
Yeah, just do it.
But that feels so cheap. That feels such like an ego trip thing of being like, I'm a comedian.
Do that once.
Don't do the I'm a comedian. Just blurt out the joke.
Yeah.
No introductions.
I'm actually embarrassed.
Like you can ask. I will ask the waiter. Do you know what the difference between a basketball and a baby? I'm gonna do it. I've never thought of it.
Do that.
And they're like, lady, but what do you want?
All right, so that's a tostada.
Dead baby. That's hilarious, actually. Yeah.
You have to be careful not bounce the ball where the baby is.
Yeah, because
it will not bounce back.
Yeah, of course. You'll just be like,
oh my god.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I would just say this: writing in a cafe feels so pretentious. I try not to do it, but there's something about that environment that is good for writing.
It's conducive, yeah.
It is, dude. But I'm embarrassed. Back to your question. I have no fantasies.
No?
No.
Okay.
Zero.
That's just me.
But that's something I need to work on. Like
having fantasies?
Yeah.
I think it's good that you don't have them, that you don't have pretensions.
But it like for everything that I do, like even the music stuff, like I consider myself so far off of like any title. Artistically speaking, like I'm definitely not a musician. I don't feel like a comedian. I don't feel like I have a podcast. That I think it intervenes with me making it better.
You don't want to get a big head about it, but I also think like I feel like I'm at a level right now where I can't get a big head. Like I get a paid gig once every month. It's not like I can be there like I'm a fucking comedian. Like
yeah.
You know what I mean?
You are a comedian, right?
Yeah, I am, but
so it's not about bragging.
But
depends. It's also the energy you put into it. Like
exactly.
I was a director of operations, and I remember when I got the role, that was my title. In the beginning, I was like, "Whoa, what the fuck?" You know? But it is what I was.
Yeah,
so I'm a comedian. That's it, and I'm a musician because I do music. It doesn't matter if it's good or bad. That's
Dan Feist, actually, I was talking to Dan Feist a while back. I was actually like 3 months in, barely, and I was talking to him, trying to get a cigarette from him, and he doesn't share. He never shares cigarettes.
He never shares, dude.
No.
I asked him. He was smoking weed, and I was like, "Can I get a puff?" And he was like, oh, "Okay."
He said no to me once.
He said no? and then I had a good set. Maybe that's why he gave me a puff.
I was hanging out with him. We were talking, and I told him, I don't feel like a comedian. Like I don't think I'll ever will, because it feels shitty for me to say I'm a comedian. And he's like, what would change for you? Like what would make you feel like a comedian? And I'm like, I don't know, maybe if like I felt the comedians like embrace me, and then he looked at me and was like, you're a comedian. And I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah. For me, you're a comedian.
Like a night? He made
he knighted me. And then from that point on, I was like, I'm a comedian. Yeah.
I go around saying I'm an alcoholic. So a comedian is much better. You know, like I'm a prostitute.
But I don't feel like a prostitute.
I don't feel like one.
Because I'm not that good at it.
But I'm a slut.
I'm just a whore.
Yeah.
But how do you write, actually? I'm curious about this. Do you
I'm going to go grab myself some wine.
Yeah, go ahead.
How do I write? I do a lot of voice. I mean,
you do voice
when
memos
I'm driving,
yourself?
I do a lot.
Okay.
Like I record them and then I write it on the computer or by hand. I don't know. I write at all times. It's kind of
okay.
But I do like to do it on the computer because then I can change around the sets and the
and the jokes.
But yeah, sometimes in the car I write a lot. On the way here I was making jokes. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because after what happened on Thursday, that the dark humor was a bit like difficult. I say, how can you give permission to the audience to laugh heartedly? You know? When so like, especially today, I was like, well, we can talk about unicorns, but it would be about raping unicorns. like your pussy stays glittery. Yeah, I mean unicorns. Honestly,
shiny pussy. Yeah.
I'm gonna do this set probably because unicorns are the only animal that can be raped both by a man and a woman.
Oh.
They have a horn.
Yeah,
right?
but that's a bad fuck for a woman. That's like pointy. That's not.
It depends.
Dude, how strong is your pussy? What the fuck? Then you see a unicorn horn and you're like, yeah.
Yo, I just remember something.
What?
Oh, fuck.
What?
I think this is the episode.
Yeah, I had this joke about fucking a pirate who had a very small dick, but he had a very nice wooden leg.
The peg leg. He can peg you with the... Yeah, that's good.
I think this is the episode to do it. Barbara and I, we went to I came as close as I...
Let's talk.
I came to as close as a 3-way as I'll ever have in my life.
No. Are you talking about your baby?
No.
Oh, thank fucking God, dude. Oh
No, she is pregnant, but no.
Yeah, but that doesn't count.
No, that doesn't count. Barbara started getting like physiotherapy for the birth, for the day of the birth.
Okay.
Because I didn't know this, but like you need to prepare your JJ for the big day.
Yeah. Especially for the recovery
exactly.
and everything.
V-Day, they call it.
The D-Day. The V-Day?
V-Day or D-Day?
The V-Day.
Both work.
I prefer the V-Day.
Yep.
And the V-Day, so if you do these like yoga positions and stuff, it helps. And there's like vaginal exercises that you can do to make that happen. However, you need someone else to do it for you.
Oh.
So the physiotherapist was like, there's one day of the sessions because it's like a 50-day session
that you had
deal,
to go in to
that
learn
I need
the
to go
techniques.
to learn how to massage the VJ.
Oh.
And so the first so that's first of all, Barbara doesn't listen to this shit. She was attractive, okay? That's the first thing I'll say. Second of all, the biggest struggle for me was picking the outfit to go to that. Because
is it a black tie kind of event?
I didn't know because I was
or like dominatrix. Dominator,
all leather. He has like
with leather and
you're like, honey, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
a latex suit. No, I was working from home. I was wearing pajamas and I was like, pajamas not the move. I need to be proper. I need to look like a responsible dad. Like I can't be like I'm a comedian. No,
not a pervert. Yeah,
not a pervert.
So you got a dick outfit.
Dick print all.
You should have gone. No, a big dick.
Yes.
Yes, where's the vagina? I need to help with.
I was super nervous.
I'm trying to find it.
But I was trying to be posh for Barbara because I don't want her to notice that I was nervous for this. Because it's fine. I'm supporting you.
I do this everywhere. Like, you don't know.
I know where your pussy is. Yeah,
I've done this before.
Okay.
And then I chose a polo shirt. I think it's appropriate.
That's
sweater.
Good. That's good for the JJ massage.
Exactly. Yeah. Jeans, pants.
Yeah, normal clothes.
Normal clothes. So I was there, but I brought this hat. And halfway there, I was like, the hat was better. I shouldn't be wearing a hat.
You should have brought one of those welder.
All right. All right. Putting the glove in. I'm going in.
Like one of them for the bees, like the apicultural one.
So I started to notice the physiotherapist. She started to like get a little nervous because, of course,
why is this guy wearing a polo? What the fuck is going on?
No. I think just in general, when he started to get to that point of the session, she was starting to be like, okay, now this is always awkward. She said, this is always awkward, but it's important because this is a game changer for your wife if you do this properly, whatever. So Barbara was just like, I don't care. They both saw my pussy at a certain point.
Yeah.
And then she started doing stuff. And my thought was, what I do with my hands, like watching. Hands in the pockets. Yeah, exactly.
Like, oh my dick.
This is good. You know what would be weird if you started rubbing them like
a fly?
Yeah.
Like this.
No. I went hands in pockets, and then I was like, maybe no. Then I
not pocket because you used to be holding your dick.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I changed to like crossing my arms, and then like hang there.
And then like this. And then like this, and then like this.
No, you guys need to tune in for the video. Karen's killing it.
A lot of physical comedy from the dead baby mama.
No, but this is good. And then finally, like when it was my turn, I went in so confident because she explained, and I was like, I got it. And then I went in. I literally first movement I did, the physiotherapist was like, wrong. She's like, nope. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And Barbara looked at the therapist and she said, I know, right? I swear to God. They had a
was
little
like,
moment.
Gabriel, not up the ass.
Yeah. and it just
that's
became me. It just became me being defensive. And I was like, what are you guys talking? I did the same thing that she did. And then Barbara said, no, you didn't. Hers felt way better. And I was like, come on.
That is so good.
Isn't this comedy gold?
Oh my God.
Isn't this the best thing?
This is so funny, dude. Wrong.
Wrong.
And she was upset. She was a little mad at me.
Doop, 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 doop.
So that's that story.
Oh my God, like the buzzer, like
She had a button. Yeah,
oh my God, that's hilarious. What happened after that? You get it, or did you find?
Yeah, I kind of got it. She was like, okay, this is as close as we're gonna get. Whatever.
Oh, man, am I right?
Am I right, fellas?
Oh my
And then we got out of the clinic, and Barbara immediately like, you're gonna tell this on stage, aren't you? Yes.
Of course, this is gold.
This is comedy
really
gold, dude.
Yeah.
Actually, this is like top tier.
Top tier comedy.
It's gonna be your best bit ever. Oh my God, you're being defensive. Like, no, I know what a pussy is.
Yeah, I told this to my mom. She died laughing. Like she laughed so hard. Yeah.
Of course.
This is hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oof.
All right. Yeah,
this
that's the
could be-
story.
how long have you been doing this for? Like, it feels like we got a good hour in, right?
Really?
I don't know.
You're right. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I need to actually text Barbara. Yeah, we probably need to close it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't think it's going to get better than this.
No,
story.
this was a great closer. We have Karen's this is great.
This was the best ending for anything.
So, plugs? Anything you want to share?
Shows, anything you want to
Instagram.
tell people about?
Just follow me on Instagram, KarenOwens.coach, if you want some coaching also.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna do my first half an hour
with
in
Maria,
Spanish with Maria.
Whoa.
In March.
Big deal.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are gonna be a good duo.
Yeah. I
Gonna be
like
awesome.
Mary G. She's really awesome.
Yeah, another great episode, by the way. Episode 37.
I don't know. Pato always fucks me up with the podcast number.
Yeah,
so
he
I don't
fucks
know.
up the. But anyways, okay, half an hour. Do you have a date
Yeah,
specifically?
16th of March in
All right.
Móstoles, but it's in Spanish.
It's in Spanish.
Mhm.
People can follow you at
Yeah, find out.
Owens.
.coach.
.coach.
Yeah, also we are doing this trivia in
Yeah.
Oh, French trivia
which is
night,
on
yeah.
7th of February in
Oui.
Tapalogistas. So it's called Hola La Le Quiz Madrid. I'm doing it with Camille.
Good name.
Oh la la le quiz.
Yes.
Go
fun.
suivez le quiz.
Hola La.
Yeah.
Ah, oui.
Exactly.
We'll put all your details on the description of the episode so
Yeah.
people
Mhm.
can follow.
Yeah, this was really fun.
And
This
that's
is
I
awesome.
know.
Yeah.
I think we should do this more often.
Yeah.
Repeat guest.
And then you never call. You know?
She's learning how
Classic.
Yeah, she knows.
how to work around the industry.
Yeah.
All right. Got you anything to plug for yourself?
Oh no, man, I'm cool.
All right,
I'm chilling.
I'm good as well.
Yeah.
Toodaloo. Bye bye.
Bye, guys.
Thank